Welcome back to The Explainer. So today, we're diving straight into a really fascinating topic, Joseph Murphy's theories on the subconscious mind. We're talking about those hidden, tireless forces operating right beneath the surface of our awareness. Basically, we're going to explore the incredible blueprint of your own mind and how, you might literally be sitting on an untapped goldmine of potential.
Okay, let's just kick things off with a pretty wild question. Who is actually controlling your mind? I know, it sounds kind of like a sci-fi premise, right? But it's a genuine psychological puzzle. We all love to think our waking, logical thoughts are completely in charge. But what if they aren't? What if there's something much deeper, a silent partner just working 24/7 behind the scenes, that's actually pulling the strings and dictating your habits, your health, the whole shebang?
To figure out how this hidden architecture actually works, we're going to look at 5 distinct areas today: the hidden power within, the instinct for survival, wonders of the night, symbols of light and dark, and finally, directing your subconscious. Let's get right into it.
Starting with part 1, the hidden power within, which explores the dual nature of the mind. So, the source material offers this beautifully simple analogy that really hits the nail on the head. Think of your logical, conscious mind as a gardener. All day long, you're out there planting seeds. These are your conscious thoughts. But your subconscious mind, that's the soil. And the thing about soil is, it's totally involuntary and completely irrational. It doesn't argue with you. It honestly doesn't care if a seed is a beautiful, exotic flower or a toxic weed. That rich, unjudging soil is just going to continuously grow whatever thoughts you plant there. If you're constantly thinking, man, I can't afford this, your subconscious takes that as a literal direct order and just starts manifesting that limitation in your life. It acts purely on the blueprint you give it.
Moving right along to part 2, the instinct for survival, focusing on the mind as a life-word guardian.
Okay, so your subconscious acts as this tireless 24/7 guardian of your physical body. According to the text, its primary tendency is always what they call life word. Basically, it has a deep-rooted, primal instinct to preserve your life at absolutely all costs. I mean, you don't have to consciously remind yourself to make your heart beat, right, or to digest your lunch, but it goes way deeper than that. Say you accidentally eat some spoiled food. This part of your mind immediately kicks in and urges you to regurgitate it. If you ingest a toxin, it works frantically to neutralize it. And incredibly, this exact same life-word drive is what creates that overwhelming, instinctive urge to protect your loved ones and your children. It's literally the ultimate survival mechanism built right into us. There's a brilliant historical example that illustrates this perfectly. During the devastating 1906 San Francisco earthquake, something totally miraculous happened. People who were invalids, folks who had been bedridden for months or even years, suddenly just rose to their feet. When faced with sheer, unadulterated disaster, they tapped into an intense, subconscious desire to survive and help others. Their subconscious mind responded to this ultimate life-word command, allowing them to perform these incredible feats of bravery and physical endurance. Stuff their logical, conscious minds would have literally told them was absolutely impossible. This brings us to Section 3, Wonders of the Night. The idea that the mind never sleeps. This is one of those facts that just kind of blows my mind. Your subconscious never, ever sleeps. It never even takes a break. It's always on the job. So while your conscious mind, our gardener, finally powers down for the night, your subconscious goes into hyperdrive. And it's actually during this time that it often delivers its most brilliant solutions. The text points out that tons of great scientists have essentially unlocked the answers to their most perplexing problems while fast asleep, literally watching the solutions play out in a vivid dream.
A great example of this is the famous author Robert Louis Stevenson. He was a wildly vivid dreamer who totally understood how to harness this power. He famously called his subconscious forces his little brownies, noting they could tell him a story piece by piece like a serial, all in total ignorance of where they aim. He used to literally give instructions to his mind before going to sleep. Like, if he needed money, he'd command his mind to hand him a thrilling, highly profitable novel. And sure enough, while he rested, these subconscious brownies would get to work evolving highly marketable stories for him. He actually recognized that some of his absolute best work was done while he was completely unconscious. How wild is that?
Okay, Section 4, Symbols of Light and Dark. How we go about dispelling the darkness. So if you want results like Stevenson's, the real secret is figuring out how to communicate with this hidden entity. And here's the catch. Your subconscious doesn't argue logically. You literally cannot debate it. It's a completely silent process that responds to deep imagery, intuitions, and symbols. It relies entirely on the blueprints and the habitual imagery you feed it. Think of it like this. If you jump in a cab and give the driver 6 different conflicting directions, you aren't going anywhere fast. The same goes for your inner mind. It needs a singular, crystal-clear symbol or image to actually act upon.
The source material uses a really powerful metaphor for this. It states that feeding your mind constructive thoughts acts as a powerful light, while negative mental patterns, fears, and worries act as darkness. The logic here is super simple but honestly profound. You don't fight darkness by arguing with it, right? Or by trying to physically shove it out of a room. No, you just turn on a light. Constructive, harmonious thoughts literally obliterate the darkness of those negative mental patterns. By consciously focusing on symbols of light, love, and beauty, you completely change the output of your mental soil.
And finally, Section 5, Directing Your Subconscious, where we look at commanding that inner power.
Now, if you want to plant a brand new seed, timing is absolutely everything. The text asserts that the best possible time to impregnate the subconscious mind is right before you fall asleep. Why then? Well, as you get drowsy, your conscious mind, the part that's always arguing, worrying, and throwing up roadblocks all day, is finally submerged. All those negative thoughts that usually cause conflict are basically neutralized, which creates a wide-open, unobstructed pathway straight to your subconscious soil. So how do we actually do this? Let's walk through the 4 steps. First up, step 1, just enter a drowsy, really relaxed state. This minimizes any conscious effort. Step 2, state a clear-cut idea or a very specific request. Don't be vague here, be precise. Step 3, and actually I'd say this is the most crucial part, you have to vividly imagine the reality of that fulfilled desire. You need to genuinely feel the thrill of accomplishment like it's happening right now. And lastly, step 4, just trust it. Go to sleep fully expecting the best outcome. The text claims that by doing this regularly, you can successfully instruct your subconscious to attract the right people, solve complex problems, and foster this deep, unshakable inner peace.
As we wrap up this explainer, I really want you to ask yourself something. Knowing that you literally have this incredible, tireless guardian inside you, a force that heals your body, works all through the night, and grows absolutely whatever you feed it, what seeds are you going to plant in your mind tonight? Because remember, your subconscious is always listening. The reality you wake up to tomorrow is actively being built by the thoughts you choose the second your head hits the pillow tonight. So choose wisely. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.